Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I just want to chime in here on this poll that I dropped on Twitter. Now, it was a kind of a joke poll, but it's gotten a lot of responses and a lot of you guys wondering what's going on, Frankie Tech. Now, what I basically did, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, I dropped a poll on Twitter basically asking, imagine if Frankie Tech were to change tomorrow, what type of channel would you want it to be? And I dropped for what I consider pretty kind of like lowbrow, not very kind of quality types of content, that I could jump into. And the first one was drop tests. So dropping phones to destroy them. That's number one. Number two, speed tests. And you guys know how I feel about speed tests. I did one or two in the past, and then I immediately regretted it. Speed tests are an absolute joke. They have no scientific value, and they actually don't determine the speed of a phone at all. And yet people watch them like they're like actually legit. Speed tests are a joke. Number three was bend tests. Imagine me bending phones to see if they can withstand the pressure. Bending phones. And number four was hilarious. It was a model photo camera test. So imagine if I were to hire models, beautiful females, maybe some males too. I said model, guys. I never said woman or man. I said model. And I, get these guys or girls to model for the channel, to maybe take a little bit of clothes, off and model for the channel. And I just cannot believe the winning vote right now, or at least the one that's winning this poll, is the model photo shoot. And I guess this just kind of brings up a whole bigger point that I just want to ask you guys. Why do you watch YouTube? Or more importantly, why do you watch this kind of content? Drop tests, speed tests, bend tests, these extreme kind of tests, model photo shoots, with scantily clad women or men. Why do you watch this kind of stuff? And are you here on YouTube now to watch this kind of content? Because let me tell you guys, I came into this game 2.5 years ago, but I actually originally tried to start YouTube 5 years ago, and I quit after 2 videos. But I wonder what my career would have been like if I'd started back then. I think I would have done pretty well. And 2 years later, I did start. I had a great success. It's been a really fun ride. But I'm starting to see the shift in YouTube. It's kind of trending towards these very lowbrow, very low content, kind of just not very quality content videos. They are the ones that are getting the views. And there must be a reason that's the case. People like drop tests, people like speed tests for some reason, people like these competitions between phones that I just find very, I do them. I did a throttling test today. I think it was very interesting to see the results. But, I don't live off doing these kind of tests. And I don't think I ever want to live off doing these kind of tests. It's just not my channel. My channel is about my experience with devices and sharing my honest take on those devices. That's it. And yet a lot of YouTube, I think, is turning in that direction where a lot of great creators like myself, like Ben from Ben's Gadget Reviews, like Chris from Tech Tablets, many more, are kind of being forced to have to kind of think about doing this type of content to stay relevant. It's almost like we have to sell ourselves out to stay relevant in this business without, just being able to be who we are. And that's not enough. We have to be a persona. We have to create this crazy, this crazy content that is only there to get views. The only reason why someone has a drop test channel is for views. The only reason why someone does speed tests over and over again is for views. I'm sorry. If you know any speed test channels out there that do speed tests, they're only in it for the views. And if you're doing, other types of just really kind of over-the-top content, bend tests, model tests, doing tests with a lot of girls and dressing up and in bikinis and stuff, that's all just to I guess, to cater to your lowest common denominator, to really cater to your lowest and just most primal kind of instincts, which maybe is very effective, but for me it just feels really dirty. It feels really dirty, and it is not the reason why I got into YouTube. I did not get into YouTube to create a tabloid, just like hype channel. I did not get into YouTube to do clickbait, fake content, holding a phone that I don't even own. I did not get into YouTube to start hiring models and getting hot chicks, hot girls, to like sit there and be like, hey baby, okay, hold that P40 Pro now, hold that, Mi 11 there and look nice and hot while you do it. Why don't you give it a kiss too? I didn't get into YouTube to do that. And it sucks that this is where the entire industry is going. And it's not about just any specific company. It's about the whole platform in general. So I guess my question to you is, why are you on YouTube? Are you in it for the honest reviews, the honest feedback of real people like myself? We're not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. And this is just who I am. What you see is what you get. Or are you into YouTube now for this new salacious type of content and just really kind of unethical type of content like drop tests, speed tests, bend tests, explosion tests? I don't know. There's so many more. Are you in it for that kind of content? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Ranking Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Just sharing my thoughts, guys, and nothing against, any creators. If they built their success on this type of stuff, good for them. I have too much self-respect to ever kind of go down one of those paths. I wish I had a better body. I might do porn. I will never do porn, guys. I will never do porn because I just can't. And number two, I have no interest in doing it. I want to build a great channel of honest content for all you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. Anyways, that's it for this one. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Time to go home. See you guys later.